possession of the game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. The give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top.
Turning it on! He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throwing catch.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Ole Miss! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Extending the play. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Throws to the tight end. This time it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Hurricanes are rolling down the field. They're going to run it. Oh, better look out. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab down the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks into 1st down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Canes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll move the tight end. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man out of the backfield.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there.
Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. On target. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Hurricanes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got his man.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Hurricanes line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Ole Miss offense. Back to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Snags it at the 30 and still running. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Oh, he missed it. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking downfield very late in the half. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
The Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Bringing it back. And the returner will be dragged down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quickly out to the tight end. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. At the 35, he's loose. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the ground game. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red. Touchdown, Hurricane! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides. Oh, it's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second and goal. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Cade! And the route is on. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Okay, ready? Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to fire. Give him 6. Touchdown, Miami!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Finds his tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on set. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Brewer.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He now has 53 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He wants to change this route. He's got an open man. it to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The give to the back, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. Inside the 30. Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slow. The aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got his man on the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Here we go, here we go.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. With the catch, it's Browning. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Give to the single back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, and get downhill faster.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Hurricanes have taken it inside the 20. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. takes the handoff. It's Hines. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. These corners backing off a bit. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.